Hi children, welcome back to science class. In previous class we learnt about plant fiber and about animal fiber, which is we are getting frequently or more fiber from silk or silkworm, right? About silkworm, what we learnt? This is the life cycle of silkworm. I told you to observe some eggs under the leaves of plants. So mostly on creepers. So we find generally the eggs of butterflies, right? So the eggs will change into larva. The larva, after eating plenty of leaves, it constructs or it builds a cocoon, right? These are the sizes of larva, the larva growing, and after eating plenty of leaves the larva will grow bigger or much bigger. Then this larva, it constructs or it builds a cocoon around itself, and from the cocoon what will come? The moth will come out itself. It comes out as moth or silkworm or like a butterfly. The silkworm will become like butterfly. Okay, so this is the life cycle of silkworm. So from this, in this stage itself, in the pupa stage itself, in the cocoon stage itself, the silk formers, they will kill the animal or they kill the worm inside, so that these cocoons will be collected, and these cocoons will be yield into threads. So that threads we wear as silk fiber, right? So this is about fiber silk. Let us learn about wool, about another animal fiber, that is from wool. From which animals we get wool? Can you guess, children? Yes, the first one is sheep, from goat, from camel, and from alpaca, and llama. What is this? Llama. You might have known about sheep and goat, also about camel, but you haven't heard about alpaca and llama. Let us learn, okay, how we are getting wool from animals. What are the objectives? In this lesson you will be able to learn about the characteristics of wool, and you will describe the sheep wool, list the animals that yield wool, and also describe the process of obtaining wool from sheep, and you will explain the processing of fibers into wool. See, these are the things that we get from wool, right? Wool is a protein fiber. Wool is a crimped and elastic. Wool retains heat, and wool absorbs moisture and sound. Wool is normally creamy white in color, and wool is hypoallergenic. These are the characteristics of wool. The main source of wool is sheep. The main source of wool is sheep. The wool yielding animal bears a thick coat of hair on its body. See how the skin of the animal, the hair keeps the animal warm and dry. So the hairy skin of the sheep has two types of fibers, the coarse bird hair and the fine soft hair close to the skin. See, like this we wear, no? Some are coarse cloths or coarse fiber, some are fine soft hair. See, different types of stockings are prepared from wool. And some animals other than sheep also yield wool. They are yak, Angora goat, Kashmiri goat, camel, alpaca, and llama. These are also some animals that yield wool. See how the wool of the sheep is. So these are used to weave fine shawls. Some animals other than sheep also, they yield wool. See, this is llama, and this is alpaca from South America. From South America. Sheep yields more wool. See how the sheep is grazing. What do sheep eat? Pulses, grass, these are only, no? From that fiber or from that wool we get different colored fibers also. We process into wool. Do you know? The removal of fleece from the body of the sheep along with a thin layer of skin using a machine is called shearing. What is that process called? Shearing. How men they shave themselves, shave their beards, like that the skin of the animal will be sheared. That is called shearing. Later, the process of washing the sheep of skin with hair to remove grease, dust and dirt is called scouring. Next step is scouring, the washing of wool. Next, what do they do? The hair skin is sent to a factory for sorting according to texture. That is called sorting. So what will be happen there? Small fluffy fibers called burr or removed. Those are removed. And fibers dyed in various colors also. There only they color them. And the fibers are straightened and rolled into yarn. The fibers will be combed and straightened and rolled into yarn. So what do you learn from this lesson? Let us summarize once. Wool is an animal fiber and it is obtained from sheep, goat, yak, camel, alpaca and llama. And wool is a protein fiber. It is crimped and elastic, right? Removal of fleece from the body of sheep using a machine is called shearing. And washing the fleece to remove grease, dirt and dust is called scouring. Once again tell me children, what are the processes undergoing the wool is made into fiber or into fabric? First step is shearing, right? Shearing means the removing of fur along with the skin of the animal, that is called shearing by using a machine, right? Next one, scouring. What is scouring? The washing of the wool or fur. Next, sorting. Sorting means separating from the dust particles. All these we have to separate it. Next again, bleaching. That will be cleaned by removing all kinds of dirt. Next, dyeing. Dyeing means coloring, adding colors. Next, combing and carding. Combing means it is straightened. The wool is crimped and soft, right? So that should be combed. So for combing and carding. And later it will be spun. The spinning process will be undergo. What is spinning process? The threads or the wool threads are crimped. They are not in a straight way. So they are straightened and they will be spun. Okay, spinning process will be take place. Next, rolling and twisting. They will be turned as threads. And weaving or knitting. Later that will be weaved or knitted. And finally the woolen fabric will come out like shawls. What do we get from wool? What do we get from wool, Nana? Mufflers, hats, long coats, table covers, shawls, sweaters, different types of woolen things we get. Even like teddy bears, toys, many kinds of toys also we get from wool. So these are all process will be take place by using the skin of goats, Angora goat, sheep, camel, llama, alpaca, from such kind of animals. Here we can find a difference between silk and cotton. Silk is mainly protein and cotton is mainly a carbohydrate called cellulose, because cotton we get from plants. Like this, wool also a protein fiber, right? And wool is a poor conductor of heat. That's why we wear it in winter seasons. because it doesn't conduct any temperature. I mean, it doesn't allow the temperature of body to go out from the body, so that we can retain heat. And air trapped in between the woolen fabrics or fibers and our body prevents the flow of heat from our body to our surroundings. So we feel hot and we are protected from cold. So woolen cloth also helps us to douse fire. When somebody catches fire, what do the people will do? They cover with blankets, right? Because the blanket puts off fire easily, because it doesn't allow the fire to go out, or it doesn't allow the air to get inside that, so that without air support can the flame spread? No, so that the flames will be put off. Like that also woolen cloth helps to douse fire. Okay children, once again read the textbook well, then you can understand the lesson, and also listen to this video once again. Then you can get more questions, you can ask me doubts. Okay children, thank you, thanks for watching.